We're back in the garage working on the E30. It's just going to be me today. Kevin's doing some stuff this weekend, but I want to get this car ready so we can take it to some car shows and some cool events. Let me show you guys what we're getting into today. My main focus for today is to get the driver's side suspension completely rebuilt. I've got some new coilovers, I have new tie rod ends, I have new lower control arm. Before we get to the suspension, I am going to address this wiring issue that's going on here in the front. I'm sorry, I have to tie these wires in with these wires down here. And I've brought a soldering iron, I got some solder, some heat shrink, some extra wire in case I need to extend any wires. Get this buttoned up, then I'll be diving into that suspension. Let me explain to you what I've been doing for the past 2 hours maybe. So this is how it was set up originally before I came here today, where we had the wires coming from the harness going to a dummy sensor that's not plugged into the radiator at all, so it's not reading any temperature. Then I added the digital coolant temp sensor to the OEM sensor wiring because we couldn't get down to that. So this feeds the coolant temp to the vehicle, lets it know what's going on. So what I thought could work is if I took the wires from the harness and the wires from my new sensor, wired them all together, so that way the car still thought that the sensor was hooked up. It could then read the coolant, and my digital gauge could also read. For whatever reason, when I hook up the wires from the dash coolant sensor and the digital coolant sensor together, the car will run, but it idles at 2 grand and climbs. Like, it'll just keep revving out. But once the two sensors are separated, it'll run fine. It'll idle at, I don't know, like 700, 600 RPM, and it'll be fine. So what I have to figure out is what kind of resistance the sensor shows the car, so that way I can just get a resistor, put it between those two wires, and be done with it. But for right now, what I just have to do is have the sensor dangling in the engine bay until, well, not dangling, I'm going to secure it with a zip tie until I can figure out what exactly I can do with that and why this is going on. If any of you guys in the comments can tell me why the coolant temp sensor has such a big role on how the car starts, idles, runs, I would really like that information. Now that I'm done messing with the sensor, I'm going to start digging into the suspension.
I haven't heard from you in days, and then you tell me that you miss me. Did you mean it? You said that it has been a long time and you really need to see me. I didn't dream it. I spent the start of being tired, just trying to forget you, because I had to. Somewhere down the line I fucked it up, and now I know it's over. Fucking over. I wasn't myself. And when you flew back home, you lost your interest, didn't want to see me. I tried to move on. I spent the most of the entire year just boozing in the sunshine and having good times. Not for a moment did I ever manage simply to forget.
After a whole lot of cursing and banging, everything is finally out of the vehicle that I will be replacing. So we got the lower control arm out, strut out, which is attached to the knuckle. We're not going to be replacing this hub because this hub is actually pretty new. So was that. I didn't want to have to replace that, but in order to get this off, I had to take off the control arm, and it wasn't cooperating. This front bushing was not coming out, and as you can see, it's now currently exploded. I won't be doing the tie rod ends today only because I forgot to order boots. Even though in the last episode I said I was going to go over everything I needed to make sure that I had everything, which I thought I did, but then I realized when I got here today that those are a missing piece of the puzzle. Nevertheless, it's pretty simple to switch out once everything's put back together. So I'm going to now get some lunch and then swap everything out and start putting it back together. Sheesh. For those of you wondering, pineapple does belong on pizza. Before we can open up the box and show you guys the new coilovers, I have to separate the old coilover from the, I don't even know what to call this. How BMW set this up is the strut screws in to this, and then that's how it's all put together. It's not like your typical coilover. So I have to get the old spring off, and I don't have a spring compressor, so that's going to be fun.
Welcome back. I have arrived to the part where you're going to see some cool stuff happen. I'm in my pajamas. I have been doing housework today and not working on the car. Pretty unfortunate. Anywho, we're about to do what everyone loves to do, and that's really sketchy things. Don't worry, guys. I'm wearing all the proper safety equipment. I got my safety sandals on. I got black socks on, so they're basically steel toes. And all we're gonna do is just hold the trigger down and take that off.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
I was expecting
boom! Oh yeah, no, it's...
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. That wasn't fun.
Nope.
I was expecting like poing.
Me too, that's what I was hoping for.
Ugh.
This part of the strut is supposed to unspin from the rest of kind of the hub spindle assembly. And we're having some issue with that. I'm going to take a torch to it and see if I can't get it to budge. Me and Kevin were both yanking on with pipe wrenches. That still wasn't doing anything, so let's see if we can break this free.
Let's grab a couple pipe wrenches. No problem. Toe. Oh god.
Nope, it's about to walk off.
And it's also like a snap of pipe wrench. You see that? The entire wrench is like twisting.
The pipe wrench is bending, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the jaws.
Yeah.
Like I'm pushing a goose egg.
Dude, it's not moving. What the?
I'm so scared right now. I now have to order a lot of parts for the E30. Not a lot of parts, I just have to order a few things. And so we can't finish this job until that all comes in. I'm gonna clean up the garage and I'll show you guys what we're doing after that. It's now the next day. I'm in a different location. I'm with a different vehicle. Let me show you what we got going on. So this is my RX-8, and currently, watch, I won't have the issue now that we're filming, but when I depress the clutch and I try and start it, absolutely nothing happens. And so what I think it is I think I have a bad clutch safety switch. I'm gonna replace that and we'll see if we can't get this thing started so we can detail it. So down in here, there are two switches. Up here, there's the green one, and then next to that, I'm not sure if you guys can see too well, but there's two switches, and it's the one towards the right that I have to replace. Also, this camera might die. If it does, I will just continue recording on my phone. But I'm gonna pull that out and install the new one and see if that fixes my issue. Let's verify that was the issue. Depress the clutch, neutral. Not the issue. Although I don't know exactly what's causing the issue with the car, with it not starting, I believe it has something to do with the immobilizer, so I'm gonna make an appointment with the Mazda dealership, get it sent over to them so they can potentially reset it, or maybe reprogram the key, or see what exactly is going on. But for now, I am gonna detail the interior of this thing because it is quite dirty. I won't do a time lapse or anything, but I'll just show you the before and the after. As you can tell, interior is quite dirty. The seats are shiny, the leather's shiny. It should not be that way. And there's just kind of a lot of clutter and junk from the previous owner that I still haven't gotten out of here. So I'm now gonna put on gloves, detail it, and show you guys what it looks like after. I'm just doing the interior. I'll be doing the exterior in a different episode, and that'll be a complete video. I'm gonna leave you guys off there. There's a lot of work gonna be done to this vehicle in the coming days. I'll be sure to film everything. As you can see, the exterior is really dirty. Gotta get rid of that sticker. Some other stickers that the previous owner left. The bumper's off, but you'll find out why that is in the coming videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time.